Hey everybody, this is Tanya and today's tip is for sellers. And the question is, how do I accurately price my home? No pun intended, it's the $1,000,000 question, right? So should I take the Zestimate? Is that a good way to price my home? So keep in mind, the Zillow estimates are approximate. They don't know about the condition of the inside of your house. They don't know about any renovations that you might have done that are not on the radar. So in terms of pricing your home correctly, step one is to hire a great realtor, right? Someone that knows the area. Please make sure it's somebody that knows the area. Because if you're hiring somebody that is not familiar with the region, the territory, the area, the school district, all the things, you may not get as accurate of a price analysis. That's just my opinion. That, again, if your realtor is 2 hours away and trying to evaluate price on your property, it may not be quite as accurate. So try to get someone that really specializes in the area that your home it sits in, right? So start with that. And then you can talk about pricing. I usually have three different, there's three different tiers. There's what we like to joke about called aspirational pricing. So that's like we're not in any rush. Let's see what the market brings. Who knows? And if I ever agree to that, I always tell my clients that I'd love to be wrong. Like if I'm saying, I just think that's too high, but this is a situation where if I'm wrong, I'm thrilled. And maybe the market will match that price. Or you do fair market value, or you price a little bit under the fair market value. If when I ask the question, when do you want your house sold? And my client says, yesterday, we might go with that strategy. With all that said, we are constantly in a changing market. It is changing by the week, by the day, by the minute. So again, getting that really, really specific price and pricing it so that your home will sell will be working with that great agent who really, really knows your area and discusses the strategy with you. Whether it is that you need to sell right away, you have time, you want to see what the market brings, all the things. So step one is to make sure you choose a great realtor and discuss the pricing, and then look at the recent solds. Looking at active listings is not a great way to know where you should price your house. Because if they're active, it means they haven't sold yet. I know that's a ridiculous thing to say, but when we run a market analysis, it's based on recent sales. Ideal is in the last 6 months. If for some of our more, our towns on the outskirts and the hill towns, sometimes we need to go 12 months back because there might have only been 3 sales total in that town. So we use solds. We can use pendings because that gives us at least a little feel that it's under contract, but we won't know what the selling price is until it closes. But using active listings is not helpful, in my opinion. It is helpful to know what your competition is. So not to say that there's not a purpose for looking at the current listings. I will often actually even say, okay, if your house is going to be listed in the $350,000 to $400,000 range, let's look at what our competition is. Let's take a look because it's important, because those buyers are going to be calling to see those houses as well if they're comparable in size, number of bedrooms, and price range. So hoping that helps, but is it the best way to get an estimate on your house by checking Zillow? It's a starting point. We'll just say that. It's a starting point. And then the next step is to get a great agent. Hope this helps. This is Tanya. I'll see you for the next one.